Hey, good morning, Choice Residential. Hope your day's off to a fantastic start. So let me ask you a question. If you have a buyer and they were originally going to pay cash for a property when they made their offer, but at some point during the transaction, they decide they are actually going to finance a portion of it and they're going to get a mortgage. Do you need to disclose that to the seller and the listing agent? Well, let me read you an excerpt from our offer to purchase and then give you my insight into this. The top of page 7, there's a blue highlighted note, and the last sentence says this: material changes with respect to funding the purchase of the property that affect the terms of the contract are material facts that must be disclosed. Now, without going into too much detail here, you could make an argument on whether or not going from cash purchase to a 50% financed purchase of a conventional loan, whether that affects the terms of the affects the terms of the contract or not. But rather than debating that point, I would say, is there a good reason not to simply disclose that to the other side? There's no harm in disclosing that information and letting the other side know, which they're going to find out eventually when they see the settlement statement that the buyer, is in fact getting a loan. So don't get caught up on whether or not there is a legal obligation to disclose that. Go ahead and do the reasonable thing, the practical thing, which is once you know that change is being made, go ahead and let the other side know. Remember, the offer to purchase in North Carolina is not conditioned on the buyer's funding for the purchase. So whether they're getting cash or a loan, they're not in breach of contract just because they switch to a different type of loan. There's no recourse for the seller in that instance. But anytime there is a material change with how the buyer is going to fund it, so whether that's cash to a conventional loan or conventional even to FHA or VA, go ahead and let the other side know. Be proactive and transparent about it. It's going to help ensure a smooth transaction, will help prevent the other side from thinking that you are trying to hide something or that you were being dishonest at the time you were making your offer. You don't want them to find out in some other way. Go ahead, be proactive and transparent, and we won't have any issues there. So hopefully you can throw that in your back pocket, keep that in mind. The next time that you have a buyer materially changing the type of funding they're getting for the purchase, and keep everybody above board and on good terms. If you have questions about that, as always, I'm just a phone call away. Reach out. Happy to help provide clarity whenever you need it. So until next time, take care.